the Tesla Cybertruck has come out. And have you seen it, what it looks like?
Yes.
I remember when they first showed the images, and I think this is a very non-American thing. I think that when you see trucks in America, you kind of think of like a ute in Australia, like a Hilux, which is basically, if for American listeners, it's basically like a really big sedan. Like that's the size of it, not the shape, but the size, like a very big sedan is our utes, right? But in America, a truck is like, I thought that truck was like a slang term that Americans used until I went to America and I was like, oh no, they literally drive trucks. The size of the cars that you Americans drive is unbelievable. No wonder the traffic is so bad. Everyone's driving a fucking bus-sized vehicle. I can't understand. I don't know why you would want to drive something so big unless you go off-road fucking all the time. Even then, none of our cars really look like that. And we live in Australia where there's much more off-road opportunities in much more of the country because most of our country is just an inhospitable desert. So the Tesla Cybertruck it's the size of their trucks. I didn't realize it was that big until I've started seeing pictures of it on the street. And basically, it's come out, and I think it's really cool. Do you like it?
Yeah, it looks. I think it looks cool.
I think it's getting a lot of shit. A lot of people are calling it ugly. I think it's one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. I think it's so sick. I think it's amazing that they're innovating on what a car should look like. Because I think all cars today, they look exactly the same. They're all the same. They're all those weird, boring curves. And a lot of that, I understand, is due to safety regulations. But fuck, man, surely someone can come up with an idea for a car that isn't just like a boring oval shape.
Yeah.
They all look the same, except they've got a different badge. You know, even BMWs are like the shape of a BMW, a really good $200,000 one. It looks the same as like a secondhand car you can get for $7,000 that was from 2009. They look the same, and they've looked the same for like 2 decades now. I want to see some fucking corners and interesting curves and silhouettes. Not that I can drive a car, but I would like to see them. And also every car is the same color. They're all silver or gray or sometimes black. That's it. You don't have colors in your cars anymore. Not like the 70s and 80s where everyone had an interesting car with a different shape and a different color. Although everyone in the 80s died in their car accidents, so there is a bit of a trade-off.
Remember when I had a purple car?
Great example. You had a purple car. When's the last time you saw a purple car that wasn't driven by a drug dealer? Okay, I want to see a purple car driven by a mum or driving their mum's car given to them like Keelan was, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see that shit, but we're not going to.
It was the Deathtrap.
Yeah, it really was. It was not a safe car. But the Tesla, right, the construction of it is so interesting. It's stainless steel, a lot of it, right? So it's really fucking heavy and it doesn't flex, right? And it has all of these sharp corners because the panels, it's not like the panels of a car where you can mold it. With stainless steel, you have to stamp it. So the only way to make these things, they had to invent new car manufacturing technology, and they basically make the car with fucking hammers. They bend the stainless steel much further than it's supposed to go, and then it snaps back into the shape that they want it to be. That's how they make this car. And so every single Tesla is a little bit different because they can't do exact cutting and bending because they're using fucking hammers. They are industrial grade, super scientifically built hammers, but it's a fucking hammer banging a sheet of metal. It's not going to be exact, right? So this thing is super, super heavy. It's made out of fucking stainless steel. How many people is this car going to fucking annihilate on the road? Because that's the thing about these newer, really boring cars. All of them, they have crumple zones, right? Where they're made to smash in a way that absorbs the impact and protects the driver. The Tesla Cybertruck is going to like the other car is the crumple zone, right? The person driving the Tesla probably going to be fine. Whoever it hits or whoever hits them is completely fucked. It's over. Like that thing, it's like driving a steel brick. It's a brick on wheels that's unbelievably heavy and faster than a Porsche. That's what it is. It's going to annihilate anything that it hits. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it doesn't need a crumple zone because it has all of these other features like automatic braking and the Tesla autopilot and all that other stuff and all those other safety features and all the cameras. And that's true, right? But that only protects the person driving the Tesla, right? And this is what I'm seeing a lot of people talk about, saying the Tesla doesn't need all of these other features and it doesn't need crumple zones and things like that because the Tesla is such a tank that the person inside it is going to be protected. My counter argument to that is that going to be how we design cars from now on when it comes to safety? Is we don't have to have a crumple zone as long as we kill whoever we hit. Like is that the safety philosophy? Is like as long as our car kills the other person, if that's what every manufacturer does, all of a sudden we've got a fucking arms race. And the safest car on the road will be the one that fires the laser at the other car before they crash and fucking disintegrates them. Oh no, it's totally fine. Like we'll be fine in a car crash because I'm gonna kill the mum of 4 and her whole family because I'm driving a fucking meat grinder. My car has this special AI auto detecting car grinder on the front of it. So if we get into a small accident, it actually swallows the car and spits out a cube on the back for the paramedics to pick up and identify the bodies. It saves the teeth for ID purposes. Is that how we design cars safely now? I don't know. That said, fuck, it's such a cool looking car. Everyone who says it's ugly, I cannot tell you how much I disagree, sorry. Oh, well, kind of agree. It is an ugly car, but that's what makes it so fucking cool. I love the hard edges of it. I love that it's like just big panels and there's no curves on it. I don't know. I just think that it's so unbelievably cool looking. And I think it is going to kill so many people. But it's going to win all of the insurance claims because none of these Tesla drivers will be at fault. Except for in the increasingly common scenario where the autopilot sees like a mum crossing the road with a pram and it detects nothing. Go! Because that seems to be happening a little bit.
And that when it's driving into direct sunlight, it stops working. It can't see.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit sunny today. Perhaps we should accelerate. Yeah. But dude, it looks cool. How's this though? I thought this when I was looking at it. I watched it was a 40-minute car review. I watched like 5 minutes of it. And then I just had this thought and I just turned it off. It's stainless steel panels, right? So how fucking hot are they going to get in the sun?
Yeah.
Aren't they going to get really, really, really hot? Like you could touch, like say it's like in Australia, for example, or in Texas or whatever, where everyone will be buying it in Texas. All Joe Rogan's massive network of podcasters are all going to be riding around in Cybertrucks crashing in. What happens when two Cybertrucks crash into each other? Mutually assured destruction. They both fucking delete from existence, probably. Anyway, I feel like if you're
cars.
Yeah, they probably like smash and bounce off each other and take out everyone in the vicinity. They probably do a 50 rolls, driven by the fucking autopilot into schools. Surely, if it's like 35 degrees or 40 degrees or whatever all day outside, you're gonna burn yourself if you touch it.
Yes.
Right? How hot does stainless steel get in the sun? How about this? Remake the Tesla out of the same material that's on non-stick fry pans, and you have like a portable fry pan, chuck a few eggs on top, and then if you want your eggs, you just accelerate a little bit. A compartment in the roof opens and it lands in a bowl. You got eggs while you drive. That's fucking science. Hire me, Elon. God, he can build a car. He can't fucking run a Twitter.